Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Today I'm going to be showing you a website that I've created. I just launched the website. It's called Mojo Mails. The link is going to be in the description. You can use the site as much as you want. It's a bulk email website. It allows you to send bulk emails to multiple email addresses. The site is also built with a feature that allows you to upload a file that contains a list of email addresses. It can also have other things like names or contacts, but it will be able to pick out those email addresses and then create an array and then send your email to all those contacts. Now, this website is very easy to use, very simple. It has different templates you can use, and I'm going to show you guys how it works. I'm going to show you guys how to build something like this all from scratch. Okay, now a lot of people have been complaining to me about how they can go along with my videos, that sometimes their code conflicts with mine. So I've uploaded the starting code here on GitHub. I'm going to download this code and we're going to walk through it together. So let me do that before I show you how the website works. So while it's npm installing, we can be checking out how the site works. Now, please, if you're not subscribed yet, please try and subscribe to the channel. Just doing something as little as giving it a like, commenting something. You don't have to subscribe, but if you enjoy the content that we make over here, please consider subscribing. Thank you very much. All right, so I want you to go over to the code. You can download the zip file. Other people have different ways of doing that, so like it all depends on you. So we'll just go over to download and we'll open it on here. So I'm just going to take this and put it here. I'm going to cancel this. Then I'm just going to say yes, I trust the autos. And in our terminal, we want to say npm install. Just okay, npm install. I can just say I. Okay, so while this is running, I want us to come back here. Let me take you guys on a preview of the site. All right, so over here, this is the site. We have different templates that you can use. Over here, you pick the email service, which is the first thing you have to do. You can use Gmail, you can use mail.ru, you can use Yahoo, you can use any email service of your choice. Here I'm using mail.ru. Then you can put the sender's name. So yeah, we're just going to say sender's name, or let's just say Niger Coda. Then in our subject, we want to say testing. Okay, now you have an option here to use the sender's name as a subject if you like. Then we can put a greetings like over here, and we can say hello sir. Then our title should be, I can see title here, body and best regards. So our title can be, this is the starting code. Okay, and our message body, we can just say you are awesome. Okay, then in our closings, we just say bye bye. Then over here, we can pick a file that has email addresses on it, and the site will be able to select those 3 contacts that are on it, and you can send. And you can see here, you can see the percentage of it delivering in real time. So it has delivered to 1 contact. It will take some time to deliver to the 2nd contact, and it will take some time to deliver to the 3rd contact. Currently, I put a timer delay of about, I think, 1 or 2 seconds between each sending of email addresses. So that's just what I did. So here it's saying successfully sent all emails. So we can just check our email, and we can see over here from Niger Coda, hello sir, this is the starting code, you are awesome, bye bye. So you can see our code is working fantastic. I also put in the home like how to use Mojo Mails. The reason I did that was because to use this service, you have to get an email address, which is, for instance, the one I put here. Then you need to get your email app password. Now, this email app password, it's not really complex to get it. I'm just going to show how you can get it here. Okay, over here now. Okay, in your Google account, if you're using Google, all you need to do is just go to your security settings and search for app password. This app password allow third-party applications like this one to use your email to send multiple emails on your behalf. And in mail.ru that I was using, all I had to do was to go for passwords for external applications. So you can always find this in your settings. You get the password, and that is the password you use to fill in over here. Okay, so it's very, very simple. Right here we have just 3 email service. You can choose to add more if you like, so you're going to have the code anyways. So let's go back to our code. So as you can see, our code has been installed and everything is really good to go. So now we're just going to come back here. We're going to say npm run dev. Okay, so we're currently running on localhost 3001. Let's just check some of the packages we'll be using for this project. I've already installed everything, so you just have to npm install and you're just good to go. So here we have Node Mailer. This is what allows us to send bulk emails to different users. Then we're also using MUI, Material UI, for some of our designs. We're also using, if I believe we're using Daisy UI. You can see Daisy UI here. We're using Daisy UI for some design elements. So I've already designed everything. If we can go to localhost 3001. So that's going to take a bit of time to load. So we're just going to give it a bit of time to load. Also, if you're on here, please try and follow me on GitHub. I'm really trying to like boost my stats over here. It's not easy, but see, someone even started my Jimmy admin starting code. That's nice. That's nice. We have 14 followers, people. 14 followers. Oh my god. We're also homing in on 1,000 subscribers. Can you believe it, bro? All right, so this is the starting code. I've gone through the trouble of like setting up the home page to be like this to show you how to use it. And if we come to our bulk email, which is where we're going to be adding all these features. So let's just come to app directory. You can see bulk email, bulk SMS. I'm also going to create bulk SMS and post that as a separate video with also Instagram bot and stuff like that, So make sure you subscribe. So in our bulk email, we can see a template here. I've already done all of this. I've already designed the input fields and I've connected them with their states. It's just basic stuff, okay? So as you can see, the bulk email directory here on the page, we're using this template. This template is this one over here to show the user the templates that he can choose. We're only going to be working on one template. I believe from that you can create as many templates as you like. So then this section is tab 1. So if we come over to components, bulk email page and tab 1. Okay, we're going to say bold because this is what we're going to be working on. As you can see, I've set all the form states. This is for the checked. This checked here. Okay, true or false. And I've connected everything to all the fields. So you can see on change, changes everything and everything has been set pretty much. That's just the only basic thing I've done. Not done any logic on it. So we're going to be doing the logic together. And we're going to be going through it step by step. Okay. So now that we have all the fields and all the fields have been attached to their states and all the on-change functions have also attached to all their fields and everything, the major thing to start doing is our uploading of file, because if we have all this set out, the only thing we've not set out is the contact list. As you can see here, we need to set the contact list, which will enable us to upload a file that contains a list of emails and then pick all those email addresses and then save it into our contact list state. Okay, so let's get to that. So if you can see here, we have the upload file over here. So if we come down, okay, we don't have any upload file, so let's work on that. So we'll go bold. In upload here, we have upload 1. This is where we're going to be working on. So here we can just say upload. Okay. So if we say upload over here, we come back to our tab 1, and in our tab 1 we want to call on that upload. Let's say upload. How do we name it? Upload 1. Okay, so upload 1. Okay, so we want to import that. It's not importing, so we're going to try and import it like this. Okay, it's still not importing, so we will import it manually. Okay, it's already imported here. I think I've already done that for you guys. So upload one is already imported here, and if we see in our code, we have upload over here. So let's go back to upload one. Let me say inspect console. Raise this up. Raise this up so I can see it because of my system. All right. So let's get started with the upload one. The first thing we need is div. We're going to create one div here, and in this div we're going to say retrieve. My spelling is terrible. Retrieve contact emails. Okay, let's see our changes here. Perfect. Then here we're going to say div, and we're going to say input. Type should be file, and then the class name, we're going to say file input. We're using this UI for this, so file input bordered. I'm going to say file input info and width 4. Okay, then we're going to say on change. Just going to leave that blank. Okay, so now in our on change, we can work on that now. We're going to say event to a function. We're going to say file scanner email. Okay, that's the function that's going to scan the file. The event dot target dot files. Okay, it gives us an array, so we have to pick the first one. All right, so now we come to all right, so now we come over here and we say constant file scanner email, right? And we say file, we get a file. This file is a parameter. This is what we're getting over here. So we get the file. The first thing we want to say is say console.log working. Now the reason I'm doing this is because a lot of people, when they message me on Instagram, they're always complaining of like different section of the code is not working for them, and then I'm trying to like look at the code and give them like quick solutions. So we're trying to go into each and every aspect of what we're doing so that you know where you have an issue. Now if you know how to debug, you understand what I'm saying. So okay, so if we click this on change, we're supposed to have a log saying working. So this is not going through. There's an issue here. Checking the syntax. Syntax is okay. Just trying to see if we can refresh the page and pick and click. Okay, so see, it's now working. We just had to like refresh the page. So we know that on change is calling this function. So we don't need this anymore. So what we're going to say, we'll say file extension. The first thing we want to do, we want to check the extension of what we're getting. So we're going to say file.name.split. Now we want to split that file at the dots, the name of the file. Let's say the name of the file is text. Okay, let me just show you guys. I think I show you guys, it's much better. So if we say a console.log file.name, right, and we come over here, we choose a contact and we pick one. It's showing nothing. Let's refresh this. Okay, so we pick a file, shows this. So you can see the name of the file is readme.txt. So if you want to get the file extension name, we need to separate it from this dot so we can get this txt. Okay, simple enough, right? So we'll get the file extension. We'll say file.name.split function, and we're going to split it from the dot, and we're going to say pop, that we're like popping out like the last thing on the array. Okay, then we're going to say dot to lowercase. Okay, then we're going to say a condition. We say if file extension is not equal to txt, that means it's not a text file. We're going to say alert, please upload a text file. Then we're going to say return. Okay, easy enough. Now we want to read the contents of the file, so we're going to say constant reader equals to new file reader. I created like a video on like how to read files. If you want to check that out, I'm putting the link in the description to try and gain a lot of views, obviously. So we're going to say reader.read has text. Okay, and we're going to say file, and now we're going to say reader.unload. Okay, so in here, we want to now execute our function of reading the content of the file. So we're going to say constant file content equals to reader dot result dot trim dot split, and we're going to split it. We're going to say slash what is R for again? I've forgotten what R is for. I know slash N is new line, slash R, I've forgotten what slash R is. I'm sorry. Let's Google that so that I can quickly explain. Let me not say I don't know. What's going on here? Okay. Slash R. Slash R meaning JavaScript. We have to know. So return character carries in the beginning of the current line without advancing downwards. -1. Okay. I'm not really understanding this. If you understand the meaning, please drop something in the comments. I can't remember why I used that. Okay. So we have slash R, and then we have slash new line. So we're like trimming everything. If that makes sense, we're splitting everything. We're splitting all the space, the new line, any expression and stuff. We're splitting everything into an array in the file. So every single thing that is written with space or new line will be splitted into an array. We're going to also show it, so don't worry. So this, and we're going to say s. Okay, so we're going to say console.log file content so that we can see that ourselves. So we're going to refresh the page. Okay, so we're going to go down. Okay, so in this read.text, I don't know if you can see that I have a name, email, space, name, email, space. I just have a bunch of text in this file. Okay, so when we open it, you can see we're getting an array. Now this array, what were we getting this array? We're getting every single thing that was written in the file is being split up. So let me just show you guys that. Let me open the file for you to see. Okay, so we can see this, right? I think the text is small, so we're just going to increase it. You can see Jeremy Smart, right? And you can see this array. It has Jeremy, it has Smart, it has every single word that is like this, like the whole word has been splitted. The email address is also a whole word because there's no space inside of it, and it has been splitted to like on its own. So we've successfully read the file and picked out every word that is inside of the file. Okay, so let's cancel that. So now that we've done that, we are now going to say, okay, we've done that. How can we select only the email, right? So we're going to create a for loop to loop through all of the array contents we have from the file. So we're going to say let I equals to 0. This is so exciting. I'm sure you guys are finding this exciting as well. I is less than file content dot length I plus plus. So here we're going to say if is email, right? Okay, before we do this, we're going to create an array here. We're going to say let contact list. That's contact list of all the email addresses. This is just an array here. So we're going to say if is email. Is email is a function that I created in lib. If you check validations, this is email here. It is just a function to check if something is actually an email or it's not. It will come out as true if it is an email address. Again, an email address has a pattern, so this is just a pattern checking function. Okay, so if it is an email, if it comes out as true, the file contains we're now going to say contact list dot push the file content that we have. Okay, so if it's an email, that's great. We want to push it into our contact list array. Okay, and after we do that, we want to set contact list to this contact list that we have here. So we need to go back to tab 1. You can see over here we have set contact list, right? So in this upload that we have here, we're going to pass it through. Set contact list equals to set contact list. All right, so perfect. So come back here, we get it from here. Set contact. Is it contact or contact? Does not make mistake. It's contact list. Okay, so down here we're not going to say set contact list. All right, so that's perfect, right? So we go back to our tab 1, and in our tab 1 we're not going to come here. We're going to say contact. If the contact list dot length is greater than 0, right? We're going to say it should do this. It shows this a div with your class name, margin top 5, text should be large, and in this we're going to show a verified icon. I've already imported this for you. Class name of text green 500. Okay, and we're just going to say contact list dot length. So we know the amount of contacts that was gotten. Just want a space here, and we're going to say email contacts retrieved. Okay, so let's check this out. So if we come down here and we click our contact file here, and we click this and we say open, so you can see perfect. It's saying 3 contacts retrieved. Perfect. But over here we didn't get this right, so we give space, and we also give a bit of space here. Perfect. So you can see it is working really nice. So now that we have this set up, we have our contacts has been retrieved from the file, and all our input addresses have been connected to their use state. We now have to start working on our button. Okay, so on our button, we're just going to come over here. Very simple. We're going to say on click event handler, and we're going to say handle submit. Okay, simple. So we're going to go back up here, and we're going to create a new function. I'm going to say constant handle submit. Okay, so handle submit has been created, and now we can start working on it. So in our handle submit, we're going to say something. We're going to say event, and we're going to come inside here. We're going to say event dot prevent default. Okay, the function. All right, perfect. Then we're going to check this field. Like, we want to check this field. So we're going to say if condition, our email service is Okay, wait, let me just show you guys what everything is tied to. Our sender's name is sender's name here, obviously. Our email service is this email service here. This is our email service. Which email service are you using? The default has been set to Gmail, obviously. So you select anyone you want and it will switch. The email address is this. Your password service is the password for over here. And your greeting subject title body. The body is a message body. The best regards down here. And our contact list, we just finished working on that. So our if command is going to check if there's nothing in the email address and there's nothing in the password service and there's also nothing in the body. What are we going to do? We're going to set error. So now we don't have any error state, so we have to create one. I'm just going to say error states. Okay, so we're going to say constant error set error. I'm going to say equals to use states, and we're going to say false because error is false initially. Now we also need to create an alert that will display to the user if he has an error. So how are we going to get this alert? We're going to go to MUI.com. I go to this site like pretty much every day. So go to the components to get started. Let's go over here to the components. And in the components, we have something called alerts or feedback. So we need an alert. So we have this ones over here. Very nice, right? So we're going to pick this one. We're going to copy it. Okay. Then we're going to come down here to the end. Okay, here. Then we're going to say if this error is true, and I want to show this alert. Okay. Very, very simple. And here I want to show the specific error that the person has. Okay. So I think that's simple enough. So let's go back to our function. Okay, so if we come back to our function, anytime user clicks handle submit, we also want the error to be set to null because maybe he has corrected the error and we don't want error to be set or something, want it to disappear. So set error is back to, okay, not null, let's use false. Yeah, false is better. Okay, so if there's nothing in the email address, there's nothing in the password server, there's nothing in the body, let's tell the user set error. Just say please fill your email address, app password, and body of the message, and try again. Okay, let's change this to your. And if we go back and we refresh, my refresh is taking so long, man. And we click send, you can see it's showing an error. See, to allow me get fast internet like the one Elon Musk is currently selling worldwide, just come over to donate over here. It's very, very quick, very, very simple, and you can just send me some Bitcoin. Very, very easy. Let's go back to our work. All right, so we've set the error, and after we've set this error, let's return. Okay, then we come down. We're going to say if the contact list, if we try contact list dot length is equal to 0, we need to tell the user, hold on, set error, and we need to tell the user no email contacts were uploaded. Please upload. So actually I could do like a love icon here, but it's not, I can't do that here. Okay, so then we're going to say return. All right, so now that we have all these sets, we want to set loading to be true. Okay, so it's going to come with an error, so let's just come here and create constant loading, set loading. Go to state, say false. Okay, so here we set loading to be true. And what are we going to use to signal loading? We're going to come over here Come over to progress in MUI. I really liked this one. This one was like so cool, so cool. So we want something that will be moving like this. Beautiful. So expand the code, just linear progress. So we're just going to copy that. Okay. Then we're going to come over to here. Okay. I think we created a special linear progress on this. Okay, we created a special linear progress on this actually, but we're not going to do that now. So we're just going to say loading, and linear progress, and then we need to like import this linear progress. Okay, so we have the linear progress here. If we come over here, the email address, I didn't like put like condition of like it has to be like email address, so we can just literally type in anything. We may work on that like after we're done. So if we click here, nothing's happening. Let's go back, refresh. So if we click email, password, and body, you should have an error here. Okay, no email contacts were chosen. We pick this, we say okay, and we select, and we can see we get our loading. Okay, so that is perfect. We're getting our loading. All right, so now that we're getting our loading to be true, what do we do after we've set the loading? So we need to create our function. So we're going to first say async function the delayed loop. The reason why I'm using delayed loop, I've seen that it's much better to give it a kind of delay when you're trying to send multiple emails, like maybe a 2-second delay or a 1-second delay. It all depends on you. So I can send an email, give it like 2 seconds, send another emails, like rather than like send everything like quick like that. So I've just seen that to like work better. Okay, so delayed loop. Okay, so we're going to say var delay equal to 2000. This is 2 seconds. Okay, then we're going to say let successful email equal to this. The reason why I doing it, as we're sending emails, we want to know the ones that were successful and the ones that were not successful. We want to have a feedback to know the ones that went through and the ones that didn't go through. Okay, so successful email equals to an array. I'm going to say let on successful email equals to an array as well. Okay, so now this is where we're going to call the API request to like do what we need. So we need to go and build the API request. Okay, so let's go to our API here. Under bulk email and template one, we have the route. So in our route, we don't really have anything set up, and we're going to do that by ourselves, happily enough. Okay, bulk email one. Okay, so let's get started on this. So first of all, we're going to say import next response from next server. I also have a video on how to like set up how to send email with NodeMailer with React. If you need that video, the link is in the description as well. Okay, so import next response. We're also going to import NodeMailer. NodeMailer from mailer. Okay, then we're going to say export async function post request. We're going to say try. Okay, in this try catch, we're going to say constant subject body title greeting and best regards. We're going to say recipient Hope I'm spelling this correctly. Email. Okay, we're going to say email service. We could say send email. We're going to say password. We'll say name. Okay, and we're going to equate all of this to array I forgot how to pronounce it. Sorry. So we're going to await all of this from our request JSON. Okay, so here I'll try. Let me just close this so that catch error. Okay, so we're getting all this through array this I've forgotten the name of it, but like I know it's something the construction or something like that. Destructuring. Got it. So through array destructuring, we're getting all these fields from this request. Okay. So we're going to say variable transporter node mailer dot create transport. Service is going to the email service, that is the Gmail or Yahoo or mail.ru. Then we're going to say authentication. You can say the user is the sender email, your own email. And then the password is the password. Okay. So we're going to say constant mail option. Is it going to equals to from who is this thing from? We're going to say your name. I'm going to say sender email. Okay. Then we're going to say to recipient email. Then we're going to say subject. I'm just going to leave the subject like this. Okay. Then we're going to say HTML. So this is the like we have this template over here. So we're going to try and do something like this template. So here we're just going to say doc type HTML. Okay, then we're going to say HTML lang English, close the tag, and then we're going to say body. We're going to say paragraph, and in this paragraph we're going to have the greeting. And in another paragraph we're going to have our title. Then in a div we're going to have the body of the message. Then in another p tag we're going to have best regards. Okay, so we have that set up. Nice. So after this we're going to now see our await transporter dot send mail with the mail option. Okay, then we're going to say what's wrong with this thing now? Let me close this. I'll open it here. Wahala. What is this, man? Get out, man. Face. I don't type other things. Ha. Wow. So we're going to say return next response dot JSON. Okay. We're going to say message email sent successfully. Okay, I'm going to say status 200. Okay, then over here for our error, I'm going to say return next response dot JSON message failed to send email. Okay, I'm going to give a status of 500. All right, so our API is done. Hallelujah, nice API. So we'll go back to our tab 1, and now we can continue our code over here. So we're going to start the for loop now. So we're going to say for loop to the for loop I equals 0. Okay, no, not this. Okay, I contact list plus plus, exactly. Then we're going to say, okay, so we need to create a counter. Okay, sorry, I didn't mention this. Has each email is being sent, we need a counter that is keeping track, is saying this one has been done, this one has been done. Like, let's say we have 10 emails. As it's passing through the first, the second, the third, we need a counter that is counting which number we currently are. So we need to create a function. I said the function, sorry, we need to create a state, and that state is going to be counter state. Let me say constant counter set counter use state. It starts with 0. Okay, so we'll come back inside here, and we now say set counter to be I plus 1. Okay, so we know like where we are, because I is always going to be 0. So let's continue. Okay, so we're going to say constant response equals to await fetch. We're going to say API bulk email and template 1. Why are we saying this? That's because this is the this thing we have here, API bulk email template 1. Okay, then we're going to say what are the options for sending. This we're going to say method post. Then we're going to say headers content type application JSON. Okay, so down here we're going to say body JSON dot stringify subjects. Now we have like a condition over here. This stuff has like crashed. We have a condition over here which says if this is clicked, we want the sender's name to be subject. So the state of this is checked. So currently it is false. So if the user clicks on it, it changes to true through this handle change. Okay, so in here we want to say the subject, if it's checked, right? If checked is true, we want the subject to be sender name. Okay, else we want the subjects. Okay, then we send the body, send the title, send the greeting, we send the best regards, we send the recipient email, recipient underscore email, and that is contact list current email we're currently on. Then we now have the email service. Okay, then we have the sender underscore email as the email address. Okay, then we have the password service. Then we have the name to be the sender name. Okay, So we need to like double check this so that we don't have an issue with naming, like where name becomes an issue. So let's double check what we've sent here. So we have subject, body, title, greetings, best regards, recipients, email service, sender email is here, the password is here, name. So this is perfect. Okay, so let's come back to this. Okay, so after that, we're now going to come down. We're going to say if the response dot okay, because there's a field. If there's an error in what happened, it's going to, the response is not going to be, there's not going to be any response dot okay. So if the response is not okay, we're going to say on successful email dot push contact list and the I. Okay, else if the response was okay, successful email dot push contact list. Okay. All right. Perfect. Now that we've done this, we want to say await. We had a delay here, right? So now we're going to say await sleep. This is the delay of the function for the next function. So the next for loop to run. So we're going to say await sleep delay for 2 seconds. Okay. All right. So now that we've said that, we want to come down here. We want to set our loading to false. Okay. And this successful email and unsuccessful email, we need to like have a state that handles that. Okay. So when we come to our states here, we're going to create another state and call it successful and unsuccessful state. Okay. So we're going to say constant queried email. Okay. We'll say set queried email. You use states in successful email. This, and we're going to say unsuccessful email, and we're going to say this as well. Okay, so now that is set, we have to come down. Don't you just love coding? And we're going to say set queried email. So successful email is going to be successful email. No, it's supposed to be successful emails. Okay, and unsuccessful emails is unsuccessful email. Okay, perfect. Now all this is in a function delay loophole, so we need to run that function, because like it's not going to run itself. So we're going to say delayed loop and just put that here. Okay, so now that we've done our loading to be false, we also need to work on the loading again, because right now it's just like loading, it's not showing us the progress, right? So that's where feedback.js comes in. Feedback.js is going to be able to display to us what exactly is going on, like what percentage has gone through, has been sent so far. So let's go back to this. Let's come down here. Sorry about that, guys. So when our state is set to loading, we don't want to show linear progress. No, we do not want to do that. We want to show feedback. Okay, so in this feedback, we want to have a list of the contact. We want to have contact list. Okay, Then we also want to have counter. We want to have the counter so that we can know um, what email is currently being sent. Is it the second? Is it the third? Is it the fourth? Because this counter over here, let's go to the counter. This counter over here, let's say you're currently on the fourth email. This will set the counter to be number 4. So we'll know that, okay, the fourth email is currently being sent out of the 10 emails I was given. If it goes to the next one, the fifth email, the sixth, the seventh, so we can know what position we are in the sending email array. Okay, so that's why we have that. So when we come back to feedback, we need to work on our feedback now. Okay, so let's get started with label. So we currently have this file over here. I got this from MUI, so we're currently using it. So let's go back to our feedback. Okay, so let's go work through this feedback now. What are we getting? We're getting the contact list, and we're getting counter. Okay, and we're returning. Okay, so here we're going to say div class name, and in this class we're going to say text blue 800. I'm going to say border top, padding top 10. Okay, so we're going to say delivered to here. We're going to use the counter. Okay, so contact. Okay, then we're going to say linear. Oh, what's this? Linear with value label. Okay, this linear with value label is what I got from linear with value label. Okay, see it here. It's what I got from what they call it, MUI. We're just getting the progress and the total number. The progress, let's say the total number of emails is 10, and the progress we're currently number 4. So it will take this, get the value and then the real value, and then it will be able to show it in percentage. Okay, so that's just what we're doing here. Nothing complex really. Okay, so let's go back to our file, our feedback. So we're going to say progress is equal to counter. That's the current number we're of number of email we're on, and the total number. Sorry, contacts list dot length. I'm going to close. Okay, so that is done. Let's go back to our tab 1. So we have our loading here. We also need a success, a result, a way to like show feedback of what has happened. So if we come back up here, we're going to create a new state, constant success, success. False. Okay, success false. Okay, all right, perfect. Then we also want to come to submit. We want to like try and make sure we set everything to null anytime that submit button is clicked. So success, we have to say set success to false. Oh, yeah, false. Okay, so down here, when all this is done, we want to set success to, okay, no, I want it to be last here. We want to set success to true. That means yes, everything has been done and it is a success. Okay, so now that we have that success over there, we also need to display our results once the success is true. So we have to come here and say success and results. Okay, result emails equals to queried email. Okay, dot unsuccessful emails. Okay, Okay, so now we're going to our results tab. Okay. Okay, so in our results tab, all right, so let's get started. We are just getting the emails. So that's the emails we got, right? How do we pass it? We pass that emails. Okay, perfect. Okay, now over here, we're going to say we're going to get to like condition. We're going to say if emails dot length is equal to 0. That means if the unsuccessful emails was 0, you don't have any unsuccessful email. We're going to tell the user alert security success, and we're going to say successfully sent all emails. Okay, and if it was wrong, we're going to say, we're just going to copy this, and we're going to say error, and here we're going to say error in sending emails. Your app password is incorrect. Okay, so this error. So this is moment of truth. Our code should be working functionally. If not, we know we made an error somewhere, and we'll find out where the error is. Okay. All right. So we need an email address, a password. So let me just get that for us. To get this away from us. Okay. Let me get my email address and check if this works perfectly. Okay. So get to put it here. Change this to mail.ru. Change this password. Send a name. We're going to say Ninjakuda. Subject, it works. It works. Yes, oh boy, it works. Fantastic. Bye. Okay, contact, same as before. And we're going to send. Boom. So many errors, like so many. So here we're getting the first error. We're saying cannot read properties of undefined length. So contact list. So let's go back there. In our tab 1, is it contact list or contact list? So it's having error with the feedback. Okay. Contact list. So let's make sure this is correct. So in our feedback, contact list, come to the feedback. Okay, we can see the error already. Contact list. Okay, so that's what our error was. So correct yourself if you make the same error as well. Let's refresh the page. Click our service. Last time pasted was okay. No, so now we have to copy everything again. Take the mail.ru. Okay, sender's name Ninjakuda. It works. It really works. It really works. Fantastic. Bye. Pick a file. Send. Okay, so where we have delivered to one contact, and we have an error. So what's the error? It's saying sleep is not defined. Okay, let's go back here. Let's go back to tab 1. Did I forget to define something here? Okay, I think I forgot something. Um. Okay, yes, I forgot something. Over here, let's come here. We're saying function sleep ms return new promise resolve set time out and resolve ms. Okay, so we've done that. Let's go back again. Sorry about that. So let's come back. I thought we could like not make any mistake, but like you guys know, like that just isn't possible as a developer. You're gonna make some mistakes. Okay, so our password, sender's name, Ninja Coda. It works. It really works. It really works. Fantastic. Bye. Okay, file. Send. Okay, deliver to one contact. Come on. Next one. Deliver to two contacts. Let's go. Deliver to three. And after the 2 seconds delay, it should be boom. Error in okay, saying error in sending emails, your app password is incorrect. How can that be? And also in our result, why are we having we're having the green and like, okay, hold on, let's check the email, whether it actually went. Because like, let's check the email. Okay, so it didn't go. Okay, it didn't go. Let's go back. So what was the issue? It complained of the app password. Is the app password already having issue? And if it did, why are we getting the success alert instead of the error alert? Or maybe let's use warning. Okay, so how do we fix this issue right now? The app password and email address should work. Let me test it on this. Okay, app password we have. Let me see if the error is from the error is from here. Let's test this in this. If this doesn't give us error, then it means our API, okay, it is true, our app password is incorrect. So what we have to do now, we have to go and get ourselves a new app password. So I'm going to like pause this video here and like give me a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I kept making the same mistake over and over, and no wonder none of the emails were sending. I was making a mistake with the email name. So like, let's come back here. It should be working now. I reduced the file to like see if it was from somewhere else that the error was coming. So let's just clear this and let's send this again. So if this doesn't send, it means our code has an issue. So let's go to our code. In our code, when we are sending this, we have the email service, we have the password service, right? So if we come up and we see the email service, see the password service. Okay, password service. Let's check the names to make sure it is correct. Let's go to email service here. Unchanged set email service. This is correct. Email address and the set password service. So I think maybe the issue is coming from our API. Let's check our API. So in our API we have email service. Check this before. Okay, this is where our error is coming from. So you can see we made a mistake here. This is supposed to be auth. So that's the mistake we kept on making over and over again. So let's retry this. It should work now. If it doesn't work, it means we need to refresh the page. And boom. So you can see it's working now. If we refresh here. Okay, yeah, it's not going to go because we didn't include that in our email. Okay, so it's all working now. This far I didn't include this email, so I'm just going to include this email. Okay, I'm going to save this, cancel, and I'm going to choose another file, then click on another file, and send. Okay, so if we check now, beautiful, it really works. So we just had a bit of like a bit of error with our syntax. Okay, so that was where our error was coming from. If we press send, we can see there's no space here, so let's go back to our feedback. Padding top 10. So if we press send, I'll refresh this. Just want to make sure that is okay. So there's enough space now. So all right, everything is working perfectly. Make sure you come to this section here if you want to support me, and the steps to use the site is here. I'll be making a future bulk SMS and Instagram bots later on. And please like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want to. Peace and love.